to talk about one of my favorite subjects, banned substances and testing for banned substances, because there's a lot of, not misinformation, but lack of understanding in this space. And I actually have a bunch of experience in this, because you might not have known that long ago, like holy shnikes, over 25 years ago, I was a white sprinter in the Pac-10. Yes, it's actually true. I was born as a poor white boy. But I used to be a sprinter long ago. And unfortunate for me, I never got drug tested when I was in college, because I was a white sprinter in the Pac-10, and they knew it's like, you probably not going to matter if you're doping. Some of my teammates got tested all the time. So if you're an athlete, you can be a professional, you can be an Olympian, you can be a college athlete, high school athlete. Using banned substances for performance is not good, right? So you want to work with brands that make sure that they are banned substance free and tested and designed to improve performance and function. I recommend this one, but we're going to look at the two primary testing bodies and why they're valuable and what makes them different. Because most athletes in the United States are aware of one because of marketing agreements. And they've been kind of told that you have to listen to them, even though there's a much larger testing body. So first, you might have heard of NSF, right? So this in the United States is an organization that tests for banned substances. Now, if you're an NCAA athlete, MLB, NFL, NBA, NHL, they don't care if women dope. So that would be like WNBA. I don't know if they have an agreement. So NSF actually has marketing agreements with all these organizations. If I was a testing company, kind of smart to pay money to the organizations that would force everybody to use this specific one, and you could charge a little more. Kind of genius. But NSF is what most people in the United States know for doping testing. Now, if you're part of these organizations, you've been told, is it NSF certified? And that's not bad, but let's look at something. So, in what NSF does, they test for about 200 different banned substances, which is not bad, and it's a good thing to be done. And Root, our primary manufacturer, is in the process of NSF certification for the lab itself to make sure that everything that is produced is approved by NSF and banned substance free, which is very, very important. But if you have a company like Root that does business in 82 countries, not just the United States, well then you have banned substance certification that goes beyond just what is done in the United States that could vary a little bit. So there's another testing body that is actually in the United States that is the primary testing body for WADA, USADA, the Olympics, and more. So you've got the World Anti-Doping Agency, the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency, the Olympics, all European sports, like soccer, which is the biggest sport in the world, real football, my home sport, that BSCG, which you'll see on all of the Root packaging, all the products are banned substance group, control group, certified to be banned substance free. Now, why is that important? Well, NSF tests for 200, BSCG tests for over 500 different substances. So if you're an athlete, while you might hear the marketing to say, oh, well, is this done because of these? And they are testing for 200 substances, which is good. But you best understand that there is another certifying body, and both of these test for the same things, but one of them tests for 300 more substances and is recognized globally for their testing and their data versus just being domestic and doing really good marketing. So if you're an athlete, you want to make sure that you're taking care of your testing for banned substances. I personally would look towards this certification. And you can go on their website. You can go to bscg.org and you can look up root wellness and you can pull up all the data on all the products being approved. You can go here, get a little data and buy into the marketing, or get into the real data so you know that what you're consuming is safe. And you're getting over 500 different substances that are being tested for. Now, if I was a parent, I would want my kids being tested for 500 different substances. If I was an athlete and I was competing and my income was derived from my performance, I would want to make sure that I'm being approved or tested in the products that I'm consuming for over 500 different substances, not just 200, because if you miss those 300, you can pop positive, and that's not a good day. Konnichiwa, my friends.